Hey everybody, welcome to BrickVault. This is a LEGO custom build of the Batmobile from the new Batman Adventures TV show. And what show is that, you might be asking? It's the short-run program in the late 90s that came after the critically acclaimed Batman animated TV series and before the ever-imaginative Batman Beyond series, one of my personal favorites. This little elegant model comes from the talented designer Lucas, and the building instructions can be found at our LEGO web store BrickVault.toys, where you can find the PDF step-by-step instructions as well as a parts list for uploading the pieces online. This model is helping us flesh out our Batmobile collection quite nicely, and its shape marks an interesting point in the evolution of the vehicle as a whole. Coming off the heels of one of the most reserved designs that we ever saw from any of the Batmobiles, the creators wanted to add a bit more flair to this vehicle, but wouldn't push the style into something too fantastical. What came from the new Batman Adventures was something simple, modern, and stylish. It resembles a real-world sports car more than any other Batmobile, I think, and reminds me a lot of the Corvette Stingray concept car, the Mako Shark. The model remains almost totally smooth on the outside, with the curves only barely noticeable along the sides. Lucas's use of the slopes and the tiles turned in 90 degrees captures that subtlety nicely, and like nearly all Batmobiles ever, there are a couple of large fins streaking off the back. And unlike most of the Batmobiles, these fins don't have those riveted lines to mimic a folded bat's wing. That detail on the other Batmobiles is always a bit theatrical, and because this series is one that attempted to hold on to a more grounded tone, the final model stayed smooth. In fact, the only part of the vehicle that isn't strictly smooth, flowing lines through and through, is the front. And even so, we just get a small divot that defines the center point. The black shield piece on a hinge lines up really well with that curved slope. And if we take a closer look at the back, turning the whole thing around, we find something pretty interesting. No gigantic jet thruster. Even in the animated TV series, the creators couldn't help, but they couldn't let go of that giant protruding jet, and technically the Batmobile in the show did have a much smaller port where flames did fly out from. Depending on the shot that you see of the vehicle, the back was either completely closed off, or sometimes you did see a smaller inverted port. I couldn't find evidence of like a sliding open function, maybe that existed, but Lucas went for the ultra minimal look and kept the thruster closed off. Now for the last bits of information, you can fit Batman inside the cockpit. It's a super tight fit admittedly, but you can fit him inside just like the rest of Lucas's MOCs. And in terms of handling and stability, this model, because it is so simple, really just on the outside, there aren't any phalanges or any little bits of greebling hanging off the edges. The body of the model is as solid as anything you could possibly ask for. And I hope you don't find that too surprising. The MOC is pretty small and pretty straightforward. And wow, the more I make these videos about Batmobiles, the more I discover about the Batverse. And for me, personally, it's added a lot more depth to the current Bat collection we're working on here in the studio. Now remember, if you're interested in getting this MOC or any of the MOCs for yourself, the instructions are available at our web store, and the sales from these MOCs helps us make more videos like these in the future and supports the builders who create these amazing models. If you enjoy our content, please feel free to like or subscribe, and we'll see you next time at BrickVault.